Imagine if it were illegal for a man and a woman to get married. What if the norm was for two women to marry or two men? If roles were reversed, how would heterosexuals feel? Today I'm going to talk about why I think that same-sex marriage should be legal and why I think that you should think so too. I truly care about this subtopic because I believe that everyone has a right to be happy, and everyone should be able to experience love no matter who it is with. Everyone should be treated as equals. To start us off, I'm going to show you all parts of a short film by Kim Shields, which portrays this kind of role reversal. This whole film is based on true stories from victims of bullying.
Some people say that they are born the way they are destined to be.
Karen, it is a beautiful, healthy baby girl.
Some people say that it's a result of how you were raised. I was 5 when I knew I wasn't like my family. But it was at my uncle's wedding that I had the first sinking feeling that I wouldn't grow up to be like them. Sometimes I wonder that if I had just ignored how that flower boy made me feel, I could have turned out just like them. Normal.
What do you want to play now? I don't know. Want to play house? How about Ashley and I be the mommies and you boys be our kids and have to do whatever we say? No fair. Well, that's what mommies do. Hey, how about we be the daddies and you do whatever we say? Yeah. No way.
I got an idea. How about David and I play mommy and daddy?
That's really weird.
Ashley, did you tell your mom that you got cast in the school play? School play? I thought we decided you were trying out for the football team.
It didn't make the team.
What? After all the coaching I paid for?
I'm sorry, Mom, I'm just not coordinated.
But you're coordinated enough to act? Isn't that for boys?
In light of recent events in the Netherlands, where heterosexual marriage is now allowed, Pope John VII wants to remind Catholics all over the world that the Church has not changed its stance on this issue. Her Holiness reminds us, and I quote, "It is a sin for a man to lust after a woman. It is an abomination for a woman to lie with a man outside of the breeding season. Any such person harboring lust in their heart for the opposite sex will burn in hell."
If any of you would like to watch the whole film, you can go to loveisallyounneedthemovie.com. People all over the world are severely affected by the fear they have in being who they truly are, and I think this film shows it perfectly. In an article from Newsweek, Andrew Sullivan talks about when he was a child and how hard it is to convey what this feeling does to a child. He says, in retrospect, it was a sharp, displacing wound to the psyche. He thought he was going to be alone for his whole life, and he thought that he couldn't even picture a future for himself. Suicide often entered his mind, and he began to stay away from parties and lost contact with a lot of his friends. It is sad that many people still go through this type of teasing and bullying. Many kids grow up thinking that they're going to go to hell, or that they ask themselves, why am I like this? Some never get to experience the love they deserve because they can't take the pain away, and kids do sometimes resort to committing suicide. Sullivan also adds a part of a quote from poet Philip Larkin that says, "In everyone there sleeps a sense of life lived according to love, and also the fear of never being loved, which nothing cures." According to the facts on gay marriage on procon.org, as of January 6, 2014, we now have 17 states that have legalized gay marriage. Massachusetts was the first on May 17, 2004. After Massachusetts was Connecticut in 2008, Iowa and Vermont in 2009, New Hampshire in 2010, New York in 2011, Washington and Maine in 2012, Maryland, California, Delaware, Rhode Island, Minnesota, New Jersey, Hawaii, and New Mexico in 2013, And finally, on June 1st, 2014, Illinois will as well. 14 out of the 194 countries allow same-sex marriage. The Netherlands was the first in 2000. The cause of this problem is pretty clear. Everyone has been raised to know that marriage is between a man and a woman, just as we were once raised that women can't do anything that men do, and that we were once raised that the color of our skin makes us different. Just as we saw changes in these beliefs, we are now seeing a change on the subject of gay marriage, and we will continue to. Religion is a big reason why people do not believe in same-sex marriages. For many religions, their beliefs and their sacred texts and traditions teach that it is wrong. On the pro-con list on procon.org, according to a July 31st, 2003 statement approved by Pope John Paul II, marriage exists solely between a man and a woman. Another main cause is because of the laws. Another fact from procon.org tells us that the October 15th, 1971 decision, Baker v. Nelson, the Supreme Court of Minnesota found that the institution of marriage as a union of a man and a woman, uniquely involving the procreation and rearing of children within a family, is as old as the book of Genesis. The bottom line is that we are all human, and nothing is going to change that. We all need to find a way to accept that and teach ourselves what we teach our children. Treat others as you would like to be treated. In 2012, rapper Macklemore released a song that got a lot of attention and praise. It's a song that I'm sure will never be forgotten. It's called Same Love. In an interview with Kurt Anderson, Macklemore says that this song came out of his frustration with hip-hop's homophobia that it is known for. He began writing the song from this perspective of a gay 13-year-old after his mother sent him an email about an article on a boy's suicide. After showing Ryan Lewis, his producer, he told him that it was good, but it wasn't his story to tell. He then centered the story around his close gay relatives. When I first heard this song, I loved it, and I've had it on repeat. It's not just about being gay, it's about being a person, a human being, and a human being deserves happiness just like the rest of us. It's about being an American and living in the land of the free. Just as Macklemore stated in his song, a certificate on paper isn't going to solve it, but it's a good place to start. Thank you.